everyone, a very warm welcome to you to my YouTube channel Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabriel. I'm going to be doing a weekly card reading for Aquarius, and this will be for the second half of September. So that's around about the 21st through to the 30th of the month. So let's take a look, Aquarius, at what is coming up for you in terms of things that are likely to unfold, the energies around that, how you're responding, and Spirit's going to give you some insight as to the best way to move forward. So let's dive into your reading to see what is coming up for you. So Aquarius, lovely for you to join me. Let's take a look what's happening for you the second half of the month in September. So Spirit's going to show us things that are likely to come up for you. Now it's a general reading, so it's not going to suit everybody. If it's not feeling like it's your situation, quite happy for you to move on and come back and join us another time. All right, we don't want to force fit anything here. All right, thank you, Spirit, for your advice and guidance for Aquarius at this time. So Aquarius, what is going on in your world at the moment? Interesting. It looks like there's a lot of beautiful love energy around you at the moment. So we have the Knight of Swords. Somebody comes in with some very clear information. It helps you to see things more clearly. You get some clarity. You get some clarity around a situation. And it may be that someone, it could be, a love relationship. I don't know yet. Let's see how things unfold. But certainly someone comes to you with some information that helps you to go, oh, now I see. And if that's not the case, it certainly is an insight that you have. And, Spirit is perhaps bringing you this insight. Now, there's a lot of really lovely, warm, affectionate energy, supportive energy around you at the moment. We've got the Three of Cups here, and I'm loving the vibe of this. It feels like you're surrounded by very special people that care about you, support you. They're your tribe, your friends, your family. People who are loving you, sharing in your life, and you are really appreciating that. In some instances, Aquarius, you're feeling like you're the center of attention. And certainly my pussycat here is desiring to be center of attention right this minute. We've got the Two of Cups energy here, which says that you and a special person are connecting in a very beautiful way. So there's a little bit of love happening here, and it's beautiful. For some of you, it may be a little bit of a soulmate connection, but either way, you're very much connected with each other. You're in the vibe with each other, and it's really beautiful, honest sharing. I can see that there's the moon in both these cards here, which says to me you're at a particular period of time of deep reflection, deep feelings and emotions. And what a beautiful way to be really able to strengthen the bond of relationships in your life at the moment by really feeling safe to be more vulnerable, more open, more sharing. It's going to really benefit you. And if you haven't been that way for a little while, I feel like the planets are aligned, so to speak, to enable you and to encourage you to take the leap of faith when it comes to sharing your emotions and your true feelings about things. It's going to really help you to open up, to come from a heart space, and to trust that you're going to be received well, which is beautiful. We have the Magician card, which all of this is helping for you to recognize the value that you have in yourself and your ability to manifest in your life and to make things happen. So the Magician energy is you. It's you realizing when you are connecting with your true, authentic self, and you're coming from a heart space, you're acknowledging the truth of who you are, which means looking at all aspects of yourself, your skills, your talents, your abilities, your wisdom, the things that you've learned in life, your ability to love and connect with others. You're an air sign, so you're very good at doing that, good at trusting your intuition as well. So this is a reminder that you have the power, the gift, the ability to manifest whatever it is that you choose to focus on, positive or negative, of course. If you are willing to go the extra mile here to be vulnerable and to share your true feelings and emotions, it will benefit you. It will bring that same energy back into your life. Of course, if we don't go there and we keep it superficial, then we manifest superficial things coming into our life, you know, things that don't have a great lot of depth or perhaps don't give you the same opportunities. But I'm sensing you go the whole way, because look, we've got the Ten of Cups here, and what you have been longing for in terms of love and connection, you know, whether it's in a relationship, which is what it's feeling like in this reading, or whether it's your dream of everything just in your life vibing exactly how you've been hoping, you know, that sense of relief that finally there's no resistance in your life, that things are now flowing and things seem to be happening with ease where they weren't happening before. Either way, it's a beautiful, beautiful energy, Aquarius, and how fortunate for you. So be aware, as aware as you possibly can, to really leverage this beautiful open energy, believing in yourself, loving you, because you're attracting that beautiful energy into your life. It's bringing, you know, people that are matching your energies coming. They're coming towards you. They're being drawn towards this beautiful energy. So you really are in a space for manifesting big things and making your dreams come true, you know, because of where your energy is at. So we then hit a busy period of time at the end of the month where there's a lot of activity going on, and you're having to juggle a lot of possibly conflicting energy. Don't know, but there's a lot of things happening, and you're busy, which means that you're going to have, you will need to have some sort of sense of clarity about you and to get your priorities in order to deal with this energy. For some people, it will mean that you're a little bit on the defensive, that you're going to have to really know where you stand. So this is the crazy busyness that's happening around you at the end of the month. And this is you having to need to have a stand on some certain issues. It's standing up for yourself. It can be a defensive energy if you're feeling a little bit attacked, but not necessarily. It may be that you just need to stand your ground in order to get through this busy period. It will mean that you need to trust yourself, and I feel that you do, because you are the Empress energy here, and the Empress definitely trusts herself. She listens to her intuition. She remains calm and very discerning, and is not impulsive. So whilst you may need to deal with external forces that feel a bit chaotic and coming at you, your response to the situation, Aquarius, is to remain calm and to have some element of self-control, integrity, valuing yourself as the Empress does, because that is what gives you the positive outcome and the transformation that you're desiring. So focusing on your Empress energy is what's going to get you through to the end of the month. And I feel that it won't be too difficult for you, because remembering you're already in a really beautiful, loving zone. You are connected with your heart, you're connected with your tribe, you're connected with your special person. So I feel that even though external circumstances can be busy and chaotic, you remain calm, you remain in your Empress energy, valuing who you are and standing your ground, which is going to be very important, because at some point you're going to have to really work at balancing the status quo around you, your physical environment. Look, you may need to make some choices and decisions between things, but I'm feeling that this time around this card is speaking to more about you being able to create balance between various energies that are happening in your physical life, things that are around you. So, but I feel that you do manage to do this with a lot of elegance, with a lot of poise and dignity. I just feel that with this Empress energy, you're able to maintain that balance between everything else that's going on around you. So that's great, because that will help you to bring everything back to center rather than the pendulum swinging too far left or right. You're able to look at the bigger picture, which is what the Empress does, to balance things, which may be, you may even have to be the facilitator or the mediator between other people who are, being a little bit challenging in terms of conversations and people wanting competing things. There's this competitive energy here. But I feel that you managed to do this, and you're able to keep a level head and, balance everything out. So that's wonderful. And with that in mind, we've got the Page of Pentacles here. So you're working to really create some significant change around you. Now, this could be either in your personal life or it could be in your job. Certainly when it comes to communications and things that you have to deal with, you're able to get the outcome that you want. I just feel a great sort of centeredness and groundedness here, and you're working at this. The Page of Pentacles is grounded and connected to nature and the physicality of your life, and you see what's required. And even though the Page is more of an earlier, a younger energy, you're very committed to working on improving things. It may feel like those things are in the early stages, whether that's the early stages of a relationship and what that means in your day-to-day life, which could very well be that, and it could also be something in your job or career. So I feel that you're working quite successfully towards this balance in communication, balance in how to make certain choices in your life, and really being committed to making this happen in a positive way, which, with the Magician energy and the Empress energy, my goodness, you are going to succeed for sure. This is powerful energy here, the Magician and the Empress. And then, of course, having the Ten of Cups means you get your fulfillment. You actually achieve the outcome that you want, and you feel pretty good about that, which is amazing. Go you. You really are honouring you at the moment, and I feel that you're unfazed by the external circumstances. You just keep going, which good on you for doing that, because it helps you in the long run. It certainly does. All right, thank you, Spirit. What else do we have? I'm really struggling with these cards. What else do we have for Aquarius? Thank you. All right, thank you. One more. Okay. Yes, pussycat, I know. Okay, so what else have we got coming up? Well, life is always going to give us a lovely blend of everything, isn't it? So we do have a bit of a blend of everything. So this is quite intense energy that you are capable of working through, and you do, which is great. Again, we have the Temperance card, which is about keeping the balance, okay, which is what I was feeling with the Two of Pentacles here. It's working with very different and sometimes competing energies, but I feel, Aquarius, you're just in the zone. You are the person really helping a situation to bring balance and moderation back into the picture, not just for you, but also for those who are around you at this point in time. Now, there's an experience here of the Five of Pentacles, which feels at some point, this means different things in different readings. I'm feeling at some point, all of this energy has had a tendency to deplete you, and you're feeling a little tired and exhausted by the end of the month, and as if you've got nothing left. So do take some care to take some time out to acknowledge that you've been going through some pretty significant energy here. And you're not in a situation of lack or loss here, because it's just that you've really had to put out a lot of energy, and I feel that you've maintained your integrity throughout the whole period of time, but it's just really knocked the stuffing out of you. So it's really important just to take a little bit of time out and take care of you, Aquarius. And I feel that that's really important communication to you, and I feel that somebody reminds you of that. We've got the Ace of Swords here, and from a place of love, you receive this message loud and clear that it's really important to take care of you, and that the Empress certainly is about nurturing yourself and looking after yourself. So I feel that this message comes in for you. It's important because it brings a realization to you, Aquarius, that you must take care of you and your health and your heart, and that at the end of the day, you can't be the saviour for everyone else and make it all smooth for everyone all of the time. Eventually, you've got to recognise that you are your priority, and if you don't take care of you, you will suffer. And you know, sometimes we've got to have that knockdown to realise, oh gosh, I've done it again. I've depleted myself, given away all of my energy, and now I'm realising I shouldn't have done that. So anyway, it's just a reminder. So take care of yourself, Aquarius, and try not to put yourself in that situation, because we can see here the Ten of Wands is that you are very tired. This is like, oh, I've done it again. I've just worn myself ragged. The Ten of Wands energy is like, oh, I have got nothing left in the tank. Okay, so please be forewarned. Consider this forewarning so you don't get yourself to that place of being utterly exhausted. The Five of Wands, of course, is representative of the tough energy you've had to deal with. There's been a lot of conflict and stuff that's been going on around you. I feel like it's not your energy. I feel like it's the energy that's been around you, and you've been trying to deal with this. And this is just kind of really, you know, when we see, it can be very tempting to step in and try to be the facilitator or the mediator of every situation when there's, you know, when this stuff comes up. Sometimes there's a sense of responsibility, and particularly if you're a communicator, an air sign, you may feel it's your responsibility to do this. But Spirit is saying, no, there's a lesson here, there's a learning. Sometimes you need to step out of the fray and not be a part of this energy that's going to actually pull you down. No, can't have pussycat on computer. And so, yeah, take care of yourself, and, you know, just see this as a forewarning not to get involved in other people's stuff. As good as you may be at being the mediator, this is kind of the lesson and the learning for you. Okay, I've got a very demanding pussycat at my feet at the minute. All right, so Spirit, thank you for your guidance. What else does Aquarius need? Oh dear, 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 dear. My goodness. So what else does Aquarius need to know? Thank you, Spirit, at this time. So Aquarius, don't forget to take care of yourself. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. So there's a change in the wind. I think you kind of already know that. Let me see this. Why this is particularly important for you. Yeah, in this reading, it's about the unseen change, and the importance of preparing for the storm. So in many ways, this reading is preparation and forewarning for you. You know that there's going to be some intense time and energy coming your way, and you've got to prepare yourself. It almost feels like for battle. But you know, as I say, it's not about putting up the wall to be defensive. It's just having the knowledge is important enough, you know, and if you've got the knowledge, then you can maintain your composure and take care of you. So when there is, when we are sensing there's change in the wind, it's very natural for us to want to have certainty around that. We don't always get that, and therefore we can put up a wall and be resistant to change, but just know the things that you're going through are part of your growth, part of what plays out helps you to come to a deeper understanding of yourself, which is the learning journey in this particular instance. In reality, things are not always black and white, And things are not staying the same. Things are always changing and evolving. So that we know is a guarantee, is that change is always happening. So as you're going through transformation and you see that the outer conditions are changing before you, just use this as a reminder to stay on target in terms of what you value, what's important for you, and know that storms eventually clear. You do not need to be a part of the storm, which is what I was saying here. You don't need to step into that. You can observe it, which is probably the better thing to do, but try to avoid getting yourself into it, because otherwise you end up being worse for the wear when that happens. So, be curious, ask questions, be the observer, be prepared for things shifting and changing. And if you take the observer position rather than getting into the mix and into the fray, you will be better off. Okay. In terms of relationships, there are going to be times when we feel a little bit out of sync with our partner. Okay. And we know that there's some focus on your energy with others, relationships, and your special person. But just know that sometimes, when it feels like someone's had a change of heart, or it feels like they're not on the same page as us, that can create tension and conflict and differing opinions and sometimes arguments. But there's a real purpose for this. This is not about personal crucifixion. It's not about you needing to go, well, that's it, I'm done. This is a learning journey. The Empress, remember, maintains her composure. Remember, we've got the Two of Pentacles, and the Temperance card is about coming from a balanced perspective, taking a moderate approach, a center line, rather than swinging to impulsive thoughts or behaviours when, we can be tempted in this energy to feel explosive and to start pointing the finger. Well, Spirit is saying, remember, it's not about that. Pull back and take a more modest and balanced approach to the situation. When it comes to relationships, it will help you to better understand where the other person is coming from, and will also help you to respond in a more positive and neutral way rather than from a personal I'm wounded way, So with the Ace of Swords energy, yes, we want to be clear about how we're communicating to our special person, but we don't want to use that sword to slice their head off. We want to come from a place of compassion. So look at the heart, the roses here, and the butterflies represent transformation. If we are honest and open and clear with our communication, we improve relationships rather than pulling them apart. And this means that there's going to be mutual growth between you and your special person. That is the whole reason why this energy comes up. It gives you an opportunity to address things. So if you're feeling a little defensive, rather than attack, in response, observe. Stand your ground by all means, but observe, listen. You don't need to be in the other person's fiery energy, but you can listen from a place of neutrality. And that's what the Empress does, okay? Remembering love, 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 and remembering balance and moderation, okay? So the Page of Pentacles recognises this is a learning space. You're working on the relationship. You're both working on it. But Aquarius, you're recognising you're in the early stages of this. So take time. Take time to learn and recognise that this is a work in progress. It's not a done deal. So come from a balanced perspective here and be clear about what you want to say and how you feel, but do it with love. Great. Okay. Very nice. What else, Spirit? So I'm going to pull a card from the Angel Tarot deck. So thank you, Spirit. What do we have here for Aquarius? Nine of Water. Your wishes come true. So if you heed the advice from Spirit, Aquarius, your wishes come true, your concerns fade away, and you experience the love, the connection that you want. So that's great. So treat this experience as a learning journey to help you deepen the love in your life, the connection you have with your special person, with yourself, and with others. Stay true to being you, and you'll find that everything kind of works out for you in the end. All right, thank you, Spirit. We have the Magician card again. So it's just the Magician has turned up twice now in your reading, letting you know you're ready for this, you're ready for the change, you can do this. You've got what it takes to handle the situation and to grow from it. Remember, come to life with a heart of compassion and with a mind of curiosity, and you will create the outcome that you want. I feel like this has become a love reading. And I swear, every time I use this tarot deck, it ends up being a love reading anyway. Knight of Fire, passionate energy for sure. So, time will be of the essence. There is that sort of fast and furious energy at the end of the month. And so when this happens, you know, I'm getting this, the fast and the furious, the Eight of Wands, the fast and the furious. So when the situation happens, you know, it can feel intense. But as I was saying before, the best way to manage this is not to come from a place of being impulsive and reacting. It's more about think things carefully, observe, remain composed, and that way you'll have a better ability to have the clarity that you need and to communicate appropriately. So just think things through carefully before you decide to act. So that's good advice. All right, what else do we have? I'm going to pull a card from the Mary Magdalene deck, Aquarius. And then we will finish off your reading. So it's a beautiful read. You've got some, you know, important things going on here for you. Just maintain that love in your heart, even when things get tough. Come back to a place of looking at the situation with love in your heart. Past lives. Interesting. Past lives. Let's see what's coming up here for you around this situation. Past lives. Have you met your person in a past life, Aquarius? So we've talked about the intensity of energies, love, emotions, how to handle difficult situations. Well, this card here is letting us know that an emotional issue which has plagued you for quite some time is now being resolved. So the reason for this thing coming up for you at the end of the month is so that you can resolve this situation. And for some of you, it may be resolved or cleared through dreams. You know, you get that aha moment, the awareness, the awakening, where everything suddenly sinks in and it makes sense to you and you go, oh, that's why. So you may wish to try to remember your dreams and pay closer attention to them at the moment. Sometimes it's difficult to remember dreams, but if you happen to wake up in the middle of the night, write it down. You know, ask yourself, what was the feeling in the dream? It's not always necessarily about what we're seeing and experiencing in the dream. It may be the feeling that we have. So in your dream state, you will subconsciously revisit several of your past lives, reconciling past issues which are causing problems for you in this lifetime. To help facilitate this process, set aside a few minutes for prayer and meditation, before you go to sleep every night. Imagine yourself bathed in golden light and ask your angels to guide and heal you while you sleep. Ask that you may awaken to each new day with joy and love in your heart, and give thanks for the gentle healing that is taking place. I'm kind of sensing, Aquarius, that you're being triggered, that the external things that are happening in your life at the moment are there for a reason. It's poking you, reminding you something that hasn't been resolved in the past, and you're feeling emotionally triggered by it. So that's why it's important for you to be mindful of what's going on, to be aware is what I meant to say, and rather than come at it from a fiery, aggressive energy, whereas perhaps in the past you've done that because it's hurting, like it's like somebody putting a hot poker into you, and so you react. The way to resolve this in this lifetime is to continue to come back to the situation from a place of love. So I really, this Empress card is smack bang in the middle of your reading, and I'm really feeling this is the key to it all, is to really embrace love for yourself in the second half of this month. Really go out of your way to do things that are kind to you. Every time you have a negative thought, replace that with something that's kind and loving, whether it's towards yourself or others. And do things that are kind and nurturing to you, because that's going to help dilute any pokes. When you do get poked, you'll be less likely to have an aggressive response, and you'll be able to neutralize that fire with some beautiful, gentle love, some wise, considered reflections and responses. And I feel that you're going to be able to resolve and get beyond that wound. Like this situation that you're having is helping you to master. Remember, we've got the Magician energy twice here. This is helping you to master what hasn't been resolved in the past, so that you are able to heal this wound, because you are really diving deep into understanding how important it is to love you. We've got lots of love energy up here, and you're really facing the truth. Remember the moon energy, there's the moon energy in this Ten of Cups as well. You're facing the emotional truth of you, the real you, and this is helping you to really soften your heart, so that when you are triggered, you're able to deal with it. You're able to heal it by calming your response to the situation, which helps you to heal your emotional wounds. Yeah. Great. So I feel that is the crux of your message, Aquarius, for the second half of September. So Aquarius, I hope you have enjoyed that reading. It seems to be very helpful in terms of giving you forewarning and to help you understand how you can approach the situation and prepare yourself from a heart perspective to really overcome the situation once and for all. And I feel that you will. So believe in yourself, love yourself, Aquarius, look after yourself, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.